'Tis unfortunate that the domiciles were constructed in error, but their willingness to perform such sweeping renovations is a testament to their commitment. I cannot fathom the resources required for a facility so vast. I mean, but look at it! You could literally add so much more living space. I should have realized something was amiss when Livingway referred to us as children. What other delightful misconceptions do they hold, I wonder? Well, at least they're not doing that speech to us, because how would we understand that? Why do I get the feeling we're going to have our hands full dealing with the Loperids? What do you mean? They're having a handful dealing with us. We're the problem. Oh dear. I certainly hope Buildingway can complete the renovations before more guests arrive. Or perhaps you should leave them as they are. That way you'd have more space to lounge about. Yeah, but you're talking about an entire planet's population. Which, okay. Why can't I not think of the name of the planet? The true name of the planet of Eorzea is Etheres. Yeah, Etheres. Right? So, Etheres probably doesn't have 7 billion people. I'd probably put it at probably like Middle Ages population of Earth. So, I think, what year? Global population of Earth at 1600. Oh. During 1600 AD. Come on. What do these numbers mean? Millions? Population in millions. Okay. So I said 1600 AD. 545 million. Yeah, I could see that. And from antiquity, it was between 170 from 1 AD to 500 million AD. And then in the BC eras, it was, between, so 10,000 BC, between 1 and 10 million. But see, I don't think Eorzea's population is that low. I mean, because Garlemald was super advanced, right? And Allegan was super advanced, but constant warfare, strife, sacrifice, and it's not just, the player characters, that you also have sentient beast tribes. So, I don't know, 170 million. Now, that's assuming that's in the entire moon. You could totally fit 170 million people in the entire moon. You could fit 170 million people in Texas, with the right kind of building and infrastructure. But I guess that would depend entirely on if this is the facility or not. So that's kind of interesting to think about. And also, if that's the case, we have to somehow, I would imagine, save the source. Because we can't possibly be floating in space and then have all access to these crystals still. I don't see that being possible. Unless this is an interdimensional time travel thing, in which case we're getting wibbly wobbly. Oh, carrot juice. Right then, now that you're here, we need you to teach us all you can about your people, and quickly. It won't be long before the final days are upon us in all their terrible grandeur, so it is imperative that we prepared to receive our passengers to be. If there is anything at all, that may displease them, it must be addressed post-haste. Yeesh. And address it we shall. Here at Bestways Borough, we have assembled everything required to offer our guests the best way forward. Ahem. We have produced myriad amenities we understand to be essential for day-to-day living, and I wish you to hear your opinions on them. I'm sure you've all worked up an appetite, so why don't we start with foodstuffs? Meet me at the Caratorium, and we'll see about filling your bellies. Oh dear. Where is the Caratorium? See, now this is what gets me. I have a bird mount with wings that can't automatically fly. How rude. So I guess it's not the entire moon. It can't. It has to be this grandiose facility. And is this a door that's going to open? Or is this a fancy wall? Okay, it's a fancy wall. Nice architecture. Alright, alright, alright. Was I supposed to go down? Oh crap, I was supposed to go down. Well, where is down from here? On the opposite side. Great. I took the longest way possible. Brought to you by Loaferits. Oh dear. Well, my bad. Can I survive? Oh, that's going to be a negative, Ghost Rider. Well, we are... Oh, there we go. Shortcut. And only minimal damage. Alright, so we're making our way to the Caratorium. The Torium of Carrots, not to be confused with the Moratorium of Carrots. Lest the metaphor be lost. Junkmonger and Mender. Is all my fall? Cool. Fall damage does not damage equipment. Didn't know that. Alright. So now... These are the big doors. Here's the millennial side. Oh my. So grandiose. I mean, this would be massive even for the Emirites. Yawning way, hopping way. If I should make another Vera and just use my name with way at the end of it. So, even the robots have bunny ears. Look at this. It's like cyberpunk in this Hizao. Oh, these are bad guys. Why are there bad guys? Oh my goodness. That's not very cash money. Hast thou spied the peculiar sentinels patrolling the vicinity? Approach them with caution, or better yet, not at all, for they make no distinction between friend or foe. Thanks, Urianger. That would have been helpful a moment ago. Am I the only one who suspects we're not going to find anything edible whatsoever? Yeah. Given their earlier confusion regarding our size, I cannot help but wonder if they even know the first thing about us. Cooking way. Nice. You're a lot smaller than we expected, but I trust you still have large appetites. Yes. Well, I do. Welcome to the Caratorium. Here we create prototypes of the various sundries required by our soon-to-be passengers. Allow me to introduce the head of foodstuff production, Cooking Way! Pleasure to meet you all. Our work has involved no small amount of trial and error, but after many, many cycles of painstaking labor, I dare say we have created the finest cuisine our guests could ask for. I've learned all about the essential nutrients for a healthy and balanced diet from the reference materials we received. Why, I've practically worn the words from those invaluable pages. Naturally, we've also considered ease of growth and production. We will not want for ingredients. I must insist you try some. We have fresh stock recently prepared on account of, well, because we just woke up and we're all quite famished. Hop along the platforms here and you'll find a storage unit full to bursting with delectable delights. Help yourself to anything you like. Don't mind if I do. Urianger, the platform is this way. Hop Hop. I'm a rabbit and a Vera, and I'm hopping. Oh my. See, that's ominous. Blasting way in front of the storage crate. This doesn't require a debate. We have work to do, so quit dragging your feet and get to it. It's carrots. You open the storage unit and find a rainbow-colored assortment of carrots. Let's do the ominous crimson carrot. The soft texture and redolent aroma of this crimson creation belie its staggering weight. The excessive length and girth only compound the mystery, leaving you perplexed as to the nature of this carrot. Are you certain you wish to eat this? I mean... On second thought, you elect to simply take an obscenely large carrot for now. Due to its bizarre qualities, it would be prudent to ask Cooking Way whether it is safe to eat first. I mean... that would be funny if, like, they did what vegans have been trying to do for a while, which is, like, plant-based meat and meat-based tasting products that are plants. Which, by the way, if you've ever had a, Unbelievable Burger? Mystery Burger? Yeah, whatever. The meat plant-based burgers are actually pretty good. So, did any of our selections set your mouth to watering? Stop talking about food! I'm hungry. Ah, yes, a fine choice. One of my personal favorites, actually. Please, dig in. I'm eager to hear what you think. Alright. With great trepidation, you take a bite out of the carrot. The carrot is oddly tender, but as you begin to chew, a rich aroma fills your nostrils. A newfound vigor begins welling within you. The rumbling of your stomach, however, suggests it may simply be indigestion. Iron carrot. Where's my buff? Vim and vigor. What did you think? Unlike anything you've even tasted, yes. The iron carrot can be a bit difficult to digest, but the boost to endurance it promises makes it the perfect meal before a day of heavy lifting. We have plenty of other varieties too. Bleeding carrots to improve blood flow, dream carrots to help with sleep. So you see, we have a carrot for every occasion. These carrots are extraordinary. But what if I don't like carrots? I can certainly see demand for this in Charlayan. Charlayan? What in blazes is that? I take it you too had a wide assortment of carrots to choose from and not else? If I may ask, what exactly did these collaborators share with you about cuisine on Etheris? Surely you are aware we have an abundance of dishes and foods you could emulate. Of course we are, but well, it was only quite recently that we established contact. Even holding a conversation was a struggle at first. So imagine our surprise when they sent a mountain of books and documents with no clear instructions. The sheer amount of information was overwhelming. If it wasn't for that encyclopedia I found, we would have been at a loss where to begin. And so we decided, rather than divide our resources to prepare a variety of middling and potentially unsatisfying meals, it would be more efficient to devote our efforts to production of a single perfect food. That's all well and good, but man cannot live on raw carrots alone. Have you considered cooking them? You mean steaming, boiling, roasting, and the like? I suppose we could prepare the carrots in other ways. But our primary concern was efficiency. And what's more efficient than sinking your teeth into a carrot fresh from production? A rather strange approach to take for one named Cooking Way, isn't it? Well, technically speaking, Cooking Way isn't my given name. When first created, we were all named in the old tongue. You know, that otherwise impenetrable parlance the Watcher speaks. After we received a great tome of words, a dictionary that is, from our collaborators, we learned your language. adverbs, gerunds, present continuous verb conjunctions, the basics. Then we found the terms related to our given tasks and used them to form new names. Aren't they helpful? No, not really, but it does explain a great deal. Wherefore didst thy kind deem such a change necessary? When the rest of your people arrive, we want to be certain they understand immediately what each of us does. You'd never be able to pronounce our original names anyway. I see. I hope our critiques, such as they are, were helpful to you. Though if you should decide to preserve flora and fauna from Aetheres as well, you would be well able to offer the passengers a more balanced diet. Until such a day, when I pray comes sooner than later, it would appear there is naught but carrots on the menu. And carrot juice to wash it down with. Level 85 achieved. Hungry for more carrots? Fear not, you can eat to your heart's content after you've seen the rest of Bestway's Burrow. Well, I'm sure the Loperites would hop at the chance to expound upon carrots in exhaustive detail. Perhaps it's time we moved on. I hate to admit it, but I did rather like the carrots. I just want to know who they're... It's gonna be friggin' hilarious if it... if it really was the Vera. That would be hilarious. I think we've had our fill of carrots for now. Let's move on to other necessities, shall we? Our clothing production is sure to impress this way. We're going to be wearing exactly what they're wearing. I can feel it. I can feel it. I don't know why these mounts, though, change the music. I'd rather they didn't. It's distracting. Well, I guess it's distracting right now because I'm more focused on the quest at hand, but I guess it's nice to have a different ambiance when traversing, you know, open lands. This is the biggest cafeteria, too, like the dining hall. And now we're in the, the boutique extravaganza. It's hardly sun-silk tapestries, but perhaps we'll be pleasantly surprised. Do you suppose the clothes they prepared will be as grossly oversized as the carrots? Didn't even think of that. Garments born of the heavens, crafted with methods ancient and forgotten, dress befitting we who walk in shade, stewards of the esoteric. Easy there, who do I want to make fun of? Aristotle. Here we are, the apparel production station. We've chosen to employ more traditional methods for this task, creation magics. Heidelin, in her infinite wisdom, blessed us with the self-same affinity for magic her people possessed. We have other amazing talents, of course, and I know you're dying to hear about them, but I will regale you with the details another time. We need to play these as playable characters, because we can use living magic to do whatever the hell we want. We need it. I want it. That said, we did run into a spot of trouble at first. Our magic alone was not sufficient to see our work done. In the end, we discovered crystallized aether was a wonderful catalyst that could provide us with the extra vis we needed. My, how resourceful. Ah, the sweet sound of recognition. You will also be impressed to hear we've read all about your habit of changing attire to match your chosen profession. For the sake of efficiency, I presume. This has also been taken into account with our designs. But why take my word for it when you can simply try on our clothes? Make yourselves known to the workers, and they will see to the rest. I wonder. I'm assuming it's going to be class-based. So let's see what the Dark Knight giveth. Up here? Avoiding enemies. Not avoiding enemies, it seems. But can you hop up these stairs? Is that the actual combat music? That's like straight up vintage Final Fantasy. Well, luckily, I'm a tank. Alright, can I move on now? Thank you. Ah, it's you. One of the visitors from Etheres. Goodness me, Mapping Way wasn't kidding. You really are smaller than the Watcher. Alright, you're here to try on a set of clothes, yes? What would you have me fashion for you today? An outfit that embodies my bloodlust. Something simple yet functional. A fashionable and refined ensemble. Let's do bloodlust. I want to look cool. Embodies your what? This will take only a moment. No capes! Excellent. I'm an Asian. I am bloodthirsty. A perfect fit, if I do say so myself. I would be lying if I said I understand what bloodlust is, but I assume it's something you enjoy. I made certain the clothes are flexible, yet sturdy enough to endure whatever it is you plan to do while wearing them. Lally-ho! Would you look at that? Speechless! And there I thought you may not like it. If you've a mind to try something else, why not speak with my fellow artisans? I'm sure they'd be happy to oblige. You must continue wearing these garments in order to progress. You will change back to your normal garments if you move too far away. Look to your map for the garments. Okay. I can dig it. I mean, I don't really care. It's a fit, and it's unique. That's what matters. Speak with the jubilant Loperit while wearing your new attire. You know what? That's okay. I want to look like an Amaroan. An Amorite. An Amorite? I think that's the... Look at that. It gives you extra hop. Ah, no one said you'd be coming. How can I help you? You should try my clothes. Really? Of course. It would be my honor. Did you have anything in mind? Got anything with a little more flair? I think I can handle that. Let's see. It's going to be the same thing, different color. This should do. Nailed it! The leopard print. Some of my best work yet. Times and tastes truly have changed. It used to be so rare for anyone to request clothing with a focus on form over function. Thankfully, I had a spare concept for robes made using a different fabric. I think it looks rather fetching. Rather primal. It brings out the animal urge in me. I was worried how the concept would turn out when put to the proof, but it looks stunning on you. Won't you go and show Living Way? Or Living Way? I'm sure she's eager to see what we've come up with. I get that it's meant to be tacky and tasteless, but I mean, I'm wearing shorts and a sweater. It doesn't get more tacky and tasteless than that. Look at that. I don't know. It's not bad to me. I mean... Oh, I can't actually see it. That's rude. I want my... These aren't even in my bags then. I want stuff! My, don't we look splendid. The result of much trial and error, but I know quality work when I see it. Shh, you needn't speak. I can see your adoration for the moon and we leopards in your eyes. No doubt your friends feel the same having sampled our creations. Thancred. He's gonna lose his shit. Oh, come on! Those don't look bad. Oh my. Sorry to have kept you waiting. They insisted we sample all of their concepts ere we returned. Verily, 'tis an ensemble most becoming. I think it's past time we return these clothes. I'm just saying, I'd wear the shit out of that. At least the masks. I was so confident our garments would meet with your approval. Whatever are we doing wrong? The Watcher taught us that in his time everyone wore the same robes. To do otherwise was against social etiquette. We thought we could appeal to modern tastes by tailoring the robes to specific professions, but... Please, you mustn't be so hard on yourself. Should we resort to evacuating the people of Atheris, they will most certainly have need of your attire. 'Tis clear you spared no effort in addressing our needs, but you must understand that we are not quite so... homogeneous. Speaking for myself, what I wear now better suits my tastes, even if it is of inferior make. But there are others whose choices may be influenced by traditions or personal experience. Rather than make assumptions for the whole, you must consider the individual and their potential preferences. I fear we have underestimated the complexity and diversity of your people. Even if we'd memorized every tome we received, I doubt we'd have fared much better. Maybe we're doing you a disservice trying to shower you with our baubles and frippery, thinking it was for your benefit when you'd be better off on your own. There are some who might agree, people who prefer to keep others at arm's length, even when they know they shouldn't. As one such former fool, I'd like to ask you a question. This plan to evacuate and escape the final days, did it account for the reflections of the source as well? Oh. Not that I'm aware of. We were born of Heidelin's love for Atheris, and the salvation of the people on that star and that star alone has ever been our aim. Surely it's better to devote ourselves to saving one world than to divide our efforts across 14 and risk failing them all. Whoa. I suppose you're right. Livingway, might we have leave to explore Best Ways Burrow unattended? You have given us much to think about. Why, certainly. Until later, then. If I may, I should like to accompany thee a while longer. Really? I mean, you're more than welcome to. There was actually something I wished to speak with you about. Let's be off then, shall we? Urianger, you scoundrel, you. It's a shy one. My apologies. I wasn't trying to spy or anything. Everyone's been talking about the visitors come from Atheris, and I wanted to see what all the fuss was about. I was excited at first, but now I'm worried. What if the people of Atheris refuse to come? What if we can't save them? It's clear we've made a mess of things. Oh, but wait, you still haven't visited the domiciles. Once you see them, you'll understand how wonderful the moon truly is, I'm sure of it. I'll be waiting for you by the teleporter near the entrance. Oh, and the name's Growing Way, by the way. See you soon. Awesome. I can just teleport? Why aren't you teleporting? Thank you. Ah. Wow, I can't type. because I really can't type. Okay. Let's try there. Alright, on to the next. Speaking with Growing Way. Alright, little Bun Bun, take us away. Oh, you're here. You're really here. Thank you so much. What should I call you? Sagenhop-Kempferin. Warrior of Light, Savior of the World, Destroyer of Olympus and Zodiarch, and countless other titles and accolades that need not be repeated all the time. Sagenhop-Kempferin, eh? Crikey, even your names are amazing. Well, Sagenhaft, we'll be using this teleporter to enter the residential area. Whenever you're ready. Can I buy a house? I'll buy a friggin' house on the moon so fast. You have no idea how fast I would buy a house.
In the teleporter.
Crikey, Terrio.
Then where is it? Oh no!
Oh. Nice.
Private audience, as thou didst request, for reasons I know not.
Oh.
Just a precaution. I'd rather I didn't have to ask the question at all, but I take my responsibilities very, very seriously. Do you and your friends, by any chance, find our accommodation wanting? Be honest, brutally even.
'Twould be ungracious of me to belittle the efforts of thee and thine.
It's just carrot-based and from the ancient.
Lovely sentiment, really. But the disappointment is writ plain on your comrades' faces. It's all the more frustrating since no one will come out and say what they find wanting.
I wanted to look like my bloodlust was coming forth. I said that. You were there, you seen it.
If there are faults in our work, we need to know. We will do better. But time is not on our side.
No, it is not.
The final days will wait for no one. If your people are to be saved, we must take quick and decisive action. This vessel must serve as a home for as many passengers as possible, for far longer than we may like. Which brings me to my request.
We should bring everybody except for the Charlayans, because they're asshats that were like, well, not our problem.
Our collaborators on Atheris are doing what they can to prepare for the voyage.
Oh my
Would you be willing to go and lend them a hand?
It's the Charlayans. Of course it's the Charlayans. Why am I so stupid? I swear it's because I work day shift and I have not had a decent night's sleep in 3 months. That makes sense though. And why they couldn't talk about it and why the magic was preventing them, because of course they can't talk about the moon being a spaceship. And why they're dedicating all the resources to getting all the crap out there. At least it ties together now. Fine, the Charlayans aren't bastards. They might be self-righteous in their actions. Actually, wait, no. They are bastards because they're being incredibly self-serving, letting the planet die, but they're actually trying to create Noah's Ark. But they can't talk about it or they can't remember it. See, this is going to be clarified. And if my brain wasn't a pile of pudding, I'd probably be able to enunciate this a bit better. But that makes sense. It's the Charlayans.
Having seen the moon for yourself, you could speak to its many splendors, learn what else they might require, and assuage whatever concerns they have.
Oh, and she is brown. All the other ones are not. Huh. Oops.
Wherefore wouldst thou entrust me with such a task?
How to put it? You're the only one who appears not to be wholly unsatisfied with our work. Oh, quite good at pretending that's the case, at least. Calm, collected, tactful to a fault. Very particular with your words, too. You understand that, in the face of great danger, one cannot pursue perfection at the expense of practicality. The difficult choices must often be made for the greater good.
And that's fair. As the player character, your job is to not make decisions. But you're in.
And so fate doth conspire to set my feet upon this path once more.
I guess he was kind of...
Come again?
Ah, idle musings. 'Tis no trifle thou dost ask, yet full well do I understand the urgency and necessity.
Oh, dear me! Dear me! I was terribly sorry for the mix-up. It's a bit of a malfunction. I hadn't realized the residential quarters were inaccessible, you see. But you're still in one piece, so all's well that ends well, yeah? Won't happen again, I promise.
Beam me up, Scotty. His troupe de camp. Yeah, Urianger did lead, or was in leadership positions, or in positions of decision making throughout this series. So, yeah, I can see it. Gosh, that was embarrassing. I promise to be more careful from now on. Since the residential quarters are closed for now, I've rerouted the teleporter to allow travel between floors instead. Hopefully it proves useful in the meantime. A shame you couldn't see it, though. You really would have liked it. I have 4 million gil. Take my money. I want my moon house, damn it. If I can't have it in RL, I want it in fake L. You can now... Yep, okay, cool. It may not seem like it, but we've been planning for this far longer than I'd care to admit. Each time we woke up, we'd have long discussions about how to save as many of you as we can. Felt like everyone had an opinion on this or that. But the one thing we all agreed upon was that the people of Etheres wouldn't take the action to save themselves until it was far too late. Yeah, so again, gas prices have doubled since January. Skyrocketing prices, which is the cause of the inflation, is actually price gouging by corporations. Unemployment is still horrible. Corporations are committing union busting, which is a crime at the federal level, in greater and greater numbers and waves. Police brutality is still a major, major problem. Racist domestic terrorists are, again, still a major problem. The COVID-19 pandemic is still affecting the global population, and the United States still has 1/4 of all cases, while we do nothing and pretend that it's over with and done. So yeah, that's pretty friggin' accurate. That's why we're striving to make the moon a vibrant, magical place they'd hop at the chance to visit, rather than waiting for the flames of oblivion to get them off their tails and force them to accept our invitation. The residential quarters may not be up to the necessary standards just yet, but there are plenty of other places worth seeing. You've already had a look around the Curatorium, but wait until you see what's waiting for you at the east end of the borough. Follow me. Well, we get threads, we get food, we get housing. Alright, so we gotta go down. Yep. Alright, making our way to Endsvale? Dang it, Dinkelberg! One small step for man, one giant leap for Viraka. Good, you're here. Through this door is Greatest Endsvale. It was named as such because it's the veil to end all veils. The most beautiful forest you'll ever see. There's a forest in the moon. Also, just clicked, Charlayan, being as advanced and hoity-toity as they are, is probably because they got all of their technology and information from the bunny people. Which, their names, that eludes me. Anywho, I bet that's the correlation and causation. We understand the people of Etheres enjoy taking leisurely walks through natural spaces and the like, so I'm sure you'll enjoy it. How about we start with a nice stroll to the fountain, this way? At least that would justify the air within the facility, but not on the moon itself. Where does the atmosphere come from? The science! The physics! Gotta have it! Who's that guy? Oh, jeez. Why can't I think of his name? I don't want to say it crass, but the Black Bill Nye. I can't think of his name. It eludes me. Oh, now that's going to bother me. Neil deGrasse Tyson. Yeah. Brain no worky. Yeah. Since Neil deGrasse Tyson isn't on stream, I have to, ask the meaningful questions of why a fantasy realm couldn't possibly exist with the physics that we know. I mean, there's moss and algae on the moon, so actually, I guess atmosphere is an electromagnetic spectrum that does prevent solar radiation from getting into the certain point. It's not exactly the generation of oxygen or carbon emitting flora and fauna. It's just kind of like an electromagnetic shell that would allow the entrapment of the air. So I guess with enough flora and fauna, maybe it'd be like a cave? I mean, if the underground produces enough oxygen, enough could seep above ground to be habitable, so long as there's an atmosphere preventing the vacuum. We'll allow that. NDT. I don't know. What does NTT mean? Oh, Neil deGrasse. Jesus. I did not I did not see his interview with Ben Shapiro because I think Ben Shapiro is a friggin' moron, and I'm not gonna empower his agenda, his platform by even wasting a single moment of my time watching it. But I will take your word for it. I just am so... It's like, I don't care if Bernie Sanders was on Tucker Carlson. I still wouldn't view it. Because then that would allow, Fox News to know, it's like, oh, well, if we bring socialists onto Fox News with Tucker Carlson, we can keep them on air. No. Some people just should not have a platform. Because they are dangerous and destabilize, information. Misinformation should be illegal. And of course, well, who gets to determine what's misinformation? Yeah, I'll have that argument. I'll have that debate. But misinformation is absolutely a detriment to society. And I'm not going to perpetrate it or support it by watching any center or agent that perpetrates it. Or tries to conflate reality to fit their small-minded, ignorant views. Ha! Yeah, that's true. I bet Neil deGrasse did own, what's-his-face, Ben Shapiro, pretty well. I mean, I could debate Ben Shapiro into the ground, too. The only way, it would probably be like, Ben Shapiro likes to talk over people and say, genius, yes? And it's a choice of either unraveling his circular logic or just telling him how wrong he is by using actual facts. And if the whole getting a word in edgewise, I mean, I can make loud noises. I can be threatening and intimidating if I need to be. I mean, he's just a bully, nerd, debate me, bro. I don't have time for that. That's half the internet. Half the internet thinks they're Ben Shapiro. And I'm over it. Like, I don't care. It's not worth my time. It's not worth my energy. It's not worth anything. It is worth less to me to have a debate beat bro in front of me in dealing with them than it is to literally sit here and do nothing, right? Like, I would be more productive doing nothing than debating debate me bros. And Ben Shapiro is the penultimate debate me bro. I mean, I guess I would debate him because he does have a large platform if it would help me promote the activities that I'm trying to do, which is create grassroots infrastructure, help promote the Hello Voter app, which will improve community engagement with elected officials, right, and their political leanings, right? If it would help me promote the nonprofit that I'm establishing, fine. I would lower myself to go on his channel, but beyond that, no. Waste of time. So what did you think of the forest? Isn't it... Oh, I was like, where's the forest? Did I miss all the trees? Alright. So what did you think of the forest? Isn't it positively pleasant? Simply sublime. Tis as ascendant as burying your face in a chocobo's plumage and taking a good long whiff. No, that's true. Having intelligent people, even if they are pretentious, on a channel that exists for misinformation, misleading reality, spinning reality to a specific narrative, and creating a specific negative and devolutionary mindset. I don't even know the words to accurately describe how Shapiro takes people with a brain and turns it into mush. Having somebody that unmushes the brain is definitely useful, but of course they're not going to do that too terribly often. Hearing you say that means more to me than you know. Personally, I'd say this place is the pride of the borough. Building this place was a challenge, let me tell you. Since we were born here, we've never seen trees in person before, let alone a forest. The information sent by our collaborators was quite enlightening, but after much deliberation we decided to use crystalline constructs in place of living trees. And thanks to our atmospheric circulation system, this place produces air as clean as that you'd find in a forest on Etheris. There you have it, folks. NDT is satisfied. There is an atmospheric circulation system. The fountain here behind us, powered by the rather large crystal adorning its top, plays a vital role in applying us with fresh water. Much time and effort was spent making it the most spherical of spheres, and I dare say the unparalleled roundness speaks for itself. I mean, yeah. I enjoy nothing more than a nice long stretch and a spot of relaxation whenever I come up here. You look like you could do with the stretch yourself. That is the first time I have seen colored text. Can I stretch? Nice. That's the spirit. I feel more relaxed simply watching you. A sight worth the many years spent building this place. If it's not too much to ask, it's always been a dream of mine to take a walk through this forest with someone from Etheris. Could we walk hands through the forest? It's a little bun. Could we maybe hold hands and walk through the forest? Yes. I will gladly walk through the forest with you. You will? Oh, be still, my quivering whiskers. Oh boy. The things I do for compassion and love. Can I, frolic. No. Dance? Look, we're dancing in the forest. We're gonna stretch in the forest. I'm gonna wave in the forest. Look at us. Laugh? Look. Laughing merrily in the forest together. Oh, verily, doth we enjoy our time together in thine forest of yonder. I was thinking, Sagenhaft, that I could be more helpful to you by teaching you a little about the moon and what it is we do. When we were first created, the moon's sole purpose was to hold Zodiark, and there was absolutely nothing to be found here. Eventually, Hyland gave us our first task: furnish the moon with propulsion systems capable of facilitating travel to other stars. It sounds impressive, and I suppose in some respects it is, but it was only possible thanks to all the knowledge Hyland shared with us. We also had a lot of time to get it done. 6,000 years, give or take. So that does put things into perspective. From the time that the Asians endured the end of days and the great sundering and this, that, and the other, 10,000 years from that moment to the present. So for the past 6,000 years, they've been making a hollow moon, which is a spaceship. Alien conspiracy theorists, you actually won that round. Conspiracy theorists who believe the moon is a base. The top moon conspiracy theories. No, it's the moon landing. Alien base on the moon. I thought it was the hollow moon. I want the hollow moon. Hollow moon conspiracy theory. Hollow moon, according to Wikipedia. The hollow moon hypothesis and the closely related spaceship moon. Yes! Yes! Those crazy bastards at Square Enix did it. They took conspiracy theory and they said, you know what? Bet. Hollow moon, spaceship moon theory. Here you go. Proposes that Earth's moon is either wholly hollow or otherwise contains a substantial interior space. No scientific evidence exists to support the idea. Seismic observations and other data collected since spacecraft began to orbit or land on the moon indicate that it has a thin crust, extensive mantle, and small dense core, although overall it is much less dense than Earth. the first publication to mention a hollow moon was H.G. Wells' 1901 novel, The First Men in the Moon. In 1970, 2 Soviet authors published a short piece in the popular press speculating the moon might be the creation of alien intelligence. Since the late 1970s, the hypothesis has been endorsed by conspiracy theorists like Jim Marrs and David Icke. And now, Final Fantasy XIV storyline creators and everybody who enjoys it. Sorry, I got a little carried away there. You know, he's wrong, but he makes some good points. Also, he was nice to Ben. Chungus 100. Nice. What? Yeah. No, I didn't think it would be net positive. Not towards Ben, just that their brains would be mush. They would have a wider view of the world, or a better view of the world, and an actual real view of the world. What is that noise? Oh, somebody's fighting. I was like, what in the hell? But anyway, let's keep going. Okay. Backslash emotes. What? Alright, is there not a list of all these emotes? Would that be under macros? Oh, I could wave. Goodbye, congratulate. Not quite. No, that was not it. Keybind. Chat. No. I thought that would be it. System. Movement targeting, shortcuts. Ooh. No. I guess not. Wouldn't be under character, would it? There's gotta be. Really? There's no listing of what emotes exist? How rude. Social! Yeah, there it is. Oh. Oh, wait, that's my history. Hold on. Ooh, okay. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna put some emotes on there. Dance. Eastern Vow. Okay, that's one that's unlocked, right? Serpent Salute. That's one that's earned, yeah. Cheer. Oh, I'm totally petting. I'm petting Growing Way. I don't know if that's one that's earned, but... That's right. Show off in the forest. Disappointed. That's me in a lot of raids, and many people at me. This was me facing Zodiark. Yep, there it is. Here, let's see that close up again. Me facing Zodiark dying at the very end. Yep, indeed. Examine self? Look at you and your bad self. Tombstone. It's the millennial emote. It's the Gen Z emote. Yes. Yes. Water flip. I guess I can't do that while I'm not in water. That's neat. Air quotes. Let's do. I am such a good streamer. I'm an even better narrator. Not bad, not bad. Ooh, surprise. Such a surprise, dude. Slap! Nope, slap. I slapped Growing Way. Oh, I'm such a terrible person. I'm so sorry. Alright. So, back to it, yes. Actually, can I... emotes? Special? Do you mean some of those weren't special? Oh. Alright, most gentlemanly, the Mandeville dance, and ball dance. We'll have that. Oh, get rid of that. Lolly Ho, Eastern Bow, Servant Symbol. That is stupid. Why would you do that? Nah. Hey, don't sass me! I'm trying to rearrange your emotional bars so that you can be more friendly and interactive, alright? Calm down. Sassy bunny. A wink. I wink at... oh, I can't see anything. Fake smile. Facsimile! Scared. And wink. And annoyed. Alright, I think I'm finally ready to not be distracted. Look at us, Growing Way. We're having so much fun. Look, I'm dancing. What the hell is that? Please stop. Look, we're posing in the forest. You're welcome. Oh, where's the Mandeville dance? Oh god. That's even worse. Well, that's worse. Stop. Why? Here. This is the most accurate thing that people do nowadays in the forest. They get on their phone. It's like, oh, can't wait to post on the Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and YouTube and go on Twitch Live and be like, hey guys, look at me. Guys, I'm in a forest. Look at me. I got likes. Ah. I discovered a new location. This may come as a surprise, but we didn't begin building the habitable areas until after the propulsion systems were ready. Considering how long it took, I wish we'd started sooner. Who would have thought we'd need 4,000 years to make all this? Wow. It certainly wasn't work you dare rush either. We had to create infrastructure and capital supporting systems, some of which wouldn't be operational until hundreds of years later. And then there was that brief period where our productivity came to a screeching halt when that bizarre red satellite was sent up from Etheris. The Alligans mischief, I think. We thought maybe some new nefarious actor was colluding with Zodiac. All we could do was stand by and brace ourselves for the worst. I can't tell you how relieved we were when Heidelin informed us of its destruction. Oh yes, there was much joyous humming that day. What in the hell was that sound? Oh, the joyous humming. Okay. That was... Oh, I missed a speaking spot. I'm sorry, my guy. Let's hear what you got. What? No, I'm not sure what it is you do with crystals and etheries, but we don't eat them. And certainly not this one. It's possessed of all 6 elements: wind, lightning, fire, earth, ice, and water. We use crystals like these to maintain the moon's elemental equilibrium. It's worth mentioning, though, that because of Heidelin's influence, being the embodiment of tranquility and stasis and all, manipulating the elements here is different than it might be on Etheries. A conjuring of fire would sooner dry your clothes than singe them, for example. But simply, the aetheric conditions are ill-suited to growth, which is why the surface is mostly barren. Of course, this is all necessary to keep the raging energies of Zodiac in check. Ask if you can taste the rainbow crystal. eastern bow in the woods. Cheering in the woods. Say, do you notice anything peculiar about the treetops? I mean, apart from the fact that they're massive crystals and not tree. I'll give you a hint. It's the golden rings emanating from the glowing spheres. Along with the device fixed near the ceiling, they fulfill a role similar to our sun, and do so better even. The sun and similar celestial objects in the great expanse radiate energy that is harmful to your bodies. These rings shield you from that energy while all allowing you to bathe in the perfect amount of sunlight, or rather, a close approximation of it. Yeah, I can do the same thing. Hold on. Oh. The blindness of the sun! Pretty impressive, what did you say? Oh, and if you look closely, you'll see different types of trees have ever so slightly different curvature. Yes, indeed, this forest truly is the greatest. Well, that's neat. I mean, if I was going to level design crystalline structures, I would have not had gray bases that looked like eggs. Like, you could have made an extremely pretty, like, well, hell, I mean, you could have taken, like, a feather quill shape and made some of the crystals look like that, for instance. Or, you know, they could have been more obelisk-like. Like, you could have made them look like this. And I actually have a crystal somewhere. Like, why wouldn't you have made the level design look like this, but rainbow? With a bunch of crystal towers. Like, that would have been very mesmerizing. Seems like a lost opportunity to me. Or maybe that was the point, that they don't understand our concept of beauty, so they did what they thought was accurate. There was something else I wanted to tell you about. Oh, right. The propulsion systems and habitat facilities were completed around 2,000 years ago, and with that, the most important features were fit for purpose. Which was all well and good, except we still knew absolutely nothing about the present-day people of Etheres. Why not go and visit Etheres yourself, you might ask? Strictly forbidden. Were our technology or knowledge of the moon's true purpose exploited for evil ends, the results could be disastrous. Then there were a few more rejoinings, and it became increasingly difficult to converse with Heidelin. Fearful we might lose the ability to communicate with her altogether, we beseeched her to find people in Etheres we could trust to help. We were quite fortunate everything worked out as it did. And then you met the Charlayans, who are bastards. But makes sense. Oh. Wait, you have an emote? Oh. Wait, I could... Ugh, I didn't know that. Oh well. With the exception of routine inspections and maintenance, we remained asleep and waited, hopeful Heidelin would find someone who would help us. Eventually she did, and though her power was waning, we were able to speak to them directly for a short while. We shared with them everything we could, including our knowledge of the heavens and a means to travel here to the moon. They certainly didn't waste any time with what we taught them. No more than a few years after that, our collaborators found a means to convey messages and supplies to us from down below. With all the letters, books, and other resources they sent, we learned enough to start making more meaningful changes to the moon. And now you're here, hopefully enjoying yourself as much as I am. I knew you would like Greatest Ensvale. I knew it. Thank you again for coming here, by the way. I know it was just a walk through the forest, but it means a lot to me. There you are. I take it you've already received the grand tour? Shame we missed it. Shut up, Thancred. It was beautiful. Grindway, I've been looking all over for you. Oh, is this about the teleporter to the residential area? No, never mind that. We have more pressing matters at hand. I will be calling an emergency meeting shortly, and your attendance is required. Really? I can't imagine why you'd need me there, but if you insist. Said everyone ever for every meeting ever. We won't be away long, so you are all more than welcome to continue looking about the borough. Now, come along, Growing Way. Before we arrived, you seemed to be in the midst of a rousing conversation with your guide. Did you learn anything of import? Yes. It's the Charlayans. They spent 12,000 years preparing for that? What? Where do you get 12,000? Alright, well, whatever. From the end times to now, it's been 12,000 years, aka the dawn of civilization. With the appointed hour fast approaching, I can certainly understand their restlessness, but still. It remains to be seen if the people can be persuaded to evacuate when there are yet no signs of the final days. What's more, the technology of this place defies imagination. I doubt there are many who would readily come to terms with living in such surroundings. Whoever these collaborators are, unless they are possessed of the world's most charming personalities, or a means to forcibly evacuate people, they will meet with a great deal of resistance. And the Charlayans are neither. One, they're bastards, and two, no peace, or no violence. So, indeed, even if faced with annihilation, the decision to forsake all one knows cannot be made lightly. Sure it can. Death? No death. Forgive me, friends, but I must beg your leave. There is another matter which yet begs for mine attention. Of course, we can accompany you if you like. Nay, that will not be necessary, if you will excuse me. Huh, what do you suppose has suddenly tickled his fancy? 'Tis clear now that difficult decisions lie ahead of us. Preparation for the evacuation of Etheres is indeed crucial, but I am not yet willing to forsake our world and its reflections, and I trust I'm not alone in my reticence. Alright. I did not realize how late it was. We were just trucking right along. I think this is the most efficient gameplay stream we've done in a very, very long time. So with that, thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching. And we will keep on keeping on with this. So, gonna go ahead and send us out. Take care.